Angel of Mercy. It is a balmy, early September day, the kind of day when you can almost believe that winter has been banished forever. But you know it's lurking behind the lengthening shadows of the trees and the deceptively, traitorously tender clouds, wolves in snow-white fleece. Whether winter's beast will slip in slowly, almost imperceptibly, or pounce suddenly with teeth and claws bared, you know it will strike. But on this day, though you know you cannot vanquish it totally, on this day, at least on this balmy day, you will make it run. My best friend Teddy Haley, a slightly built, tow-headed blonde from Humboldt Park, he would later become a Chicago police officer, pulls up on a new cycle. Hey, Paul, want to see how fast this machine will go? Not one to show good judgment at that age anyhow. I say, sure, Eddie, let's go. I have barely climbed on the back of the cycle when he accelerates explosively. I clutch his back to keep from falling on my head, regain my grip, and catch my breath just as we fly into a blind turn, only to see a small girl playing with blocks sitting in our path. Eddie skids to avoid her and we spill. I scream even before I realize the extent of the damage. My left hand caught in the spokes of the wheel. The pain is unlike anything I have experienced before in my life. Oh my, you are so brave. The cycle is lifted off me, and I am enfolded in the arms of the first love of my life, Mrs. Jean Wecklew, my kindergarten teacher, tall, elegant, and as welcome as the first day of a Chicago spring. I bathe in the warmth of her smile and her 1954 lavender perfume. Her voice caresses and further lifts me above the pain. So brave. I've never seen anyone take a spill on a tricycle quite so well. She wraps my hand in a cloth, brings me into the school, sits me on a low bookshelf, and tells me that she will get the first aid kit. I silently protest, please don't go. She touches my cheek gently. One of 13 children, I melt at her oh so personal touch. But you are so brave, you'll be fine. She instructs John, the bald, bewhiskered old man, oddly probably looking not unlike I do at this age, a church member and frequent visitor to our class, to stay with me. Reluctantly, I watch her walk away, so strong, so confident, so shapely, so my future bride. To amuse and distract me from my pain, both from the mortal injury of the loss of the fingernail of my pinky, ow, and what I hoped would be only a temporary loss of Mrs. Wecklew, John displays what I'm sure he considers the compelling magic of, now get this, removing his teeth from his mouth. Ever my skeptical mother's skeptical son, I inform him with some indignation and in so many words that my sophistication will not be challenged so cheaply, that in fact I know it isn't magic at all. Ow! That I had seen it done before, and that indeed I have inside knowledge of the whole business insofar as my grandfather himself has. And here I'm sure I really show him that I am no rube to be trifled with. False teeth. Ow! And what can he do? How can he respond caught in his flagrant charade? He sheepishly turns his unshaven face to the floor and slowly, ashamedly, shakes his head, smiling through his sham frown, and acknowledges, "Oh, I should have known I couldn't fool you." And furthermore, I add, if you have any, notions of betrothing yourself to one Mrs. Wecklew, you, sir, are laboring under a delusion. By this time, Mrs. Wecklew has applied disinfectant and a bandage. She again touches my cheek. It is so good to have such a brave young man in this class. I wipe away my now nearly dried tears and unceremoniously take my leave of John. "Good day, sir." He smiles and bows. But I never forget him. Don't forget him. And I never forget Mrs. Wecklow. And I could tell you about learning under her gentle tutelage, the power and joy of letters and words and stories, and I will at another time. But for now, I will tell you I also learned, as I re-experienced many times in my life, how a simple human kindness and touch can be so healing. I saw Mrs. Wecklow many years later. She had aged, and I don't know if she really remembered me, but that didn't matter. I remembered her, and she was just as beautiful and graceful and lovely as I remembered. And when she lifts me down from the bookcase, I run outside to the play lot where Eddie is waiting, remorseful. Winter will come far too early and far too brutally for him, but that is also another story. On this balmy day, he re-greets me with a broad smile of relief. "Hey, Paul, you want to drive this time?" "Really?" "Yeah, let's go. And Eddie, let's make it run."